What is going on, guys? Unlimited Cop here, back with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to go from $0 to $1,000 a month reselling hype sneakers. This is actually going to be a series I'm starting on my channel. I'm going to be showing you guys how to go from $0 a month to $1,000 a month reselling hype sneakers. Now, it's not going to be limited just to sneakers, obviously. We'll be doing Supreme, Palace, Kith, pretty much anything that's profitable. So if you guys are excited for this series, definitely be sure to hit the like button down below and hit that subscribe button so you're notified whenever I upload another video. Now, I plan on making this series like a weekly thing as of right now. I'm not too sure exactly when it's going to be. Hopefully like every Sunday I'll be able to upload it. But I wanted to start a series to kind of help you new guys understand what sneaker reselling is and how you can get into it. That's pretty much it, guys. So without any further ado, let's just hop right into it. Alright guys, welcome to the very first episode of $0 to $1,000 a month reselling sneakers. Basically, in this series, I'm just going to show you guys how you can go from pretty much nothing to making over $1,000 a month. I'm going to be giving you guys some tips and tricks along with some other things I personally did to help me get started. So if you guys are excited for this series, definitely be sure to hit that like button down below. So the very first thing you are going to need whenever you're getting into reselling is you're going to need some money or a form of credit. Personally, I started out with like $200. I would probably recommend you start out with at least $250 to $300. For the most part, every shoe is going to be around $200. A standard Jordan 1 is going to be $160 plus tax and maybe even shipping. And then a standard Yeezy 350 is going to be around $220 plus tax and maybe even shipping. So really $250 is going to be the best bet if you are starting out. Obviously, if you have even more than that, it's going to be even better. Now, if you don't have that money up front, but you do have a credit card, that works also. Then you can just buy the shoe with the credit card, resell the sneaker, and then pay off the credit card. Now, the next thing you are going to need is some time. Usually these drops are on Saturdays, usually around 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. EST. So you are going to need to allocate some time to that because it might take you a little bit to set up, and obviously you're going to need to be there for the actual drop. Now they have those two things, you're pretty much ready to go. Next, let's move on to some helpful resources. As you can see, we're actually on my phone now. If you are a complete beginner, I would highly recommend downloading the J23 app. I believe it's like $1.99 on the App Store. I'll leave a link down in the description below. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, but it is a really nice app because it notifies you of like the upcoming sneakers. And then like if a sneaker restocks or something, they'll put it in the news feed. So it's a really nice feature to have and definitely something I would recommend to a beginner. The next thing I would probably recommend if you are a complete beginner is to follow Soul Links on Twitter. They will tweet out like if a certain shoe drops or like if there's a restock on a shoe, they'll tweet it out, and it's 100% free, so you can't really go wrong. As you can see here, the Bape neighborhood's just restocked, so they tweeted it out. If you guys are looking to invest a little bit more than just having these two apps, I would highly recommend joining a sneaker group. I actually own one, Unlimited Cook. I'll put our links and stuff in the description. Instead of just tweeting out like if the certain shoe restocks or like what shoes are coming up, we give you guys a lot more than that. As you can see, we actually have SMS updates. So let's say if a sneaker drops, we're actually going to send out a text to you guys so you can be notified instantly whenever that happens. And then obviously we have the early links, we have complete release guides, we have a lot of monitors, we have ticket reselling, we have sports lineups, art reselling, stocks, crypto. We pretty much have everything you need. Along with all those features, we actually have a 24/7 support line, so if you guys are needing help, you can just open up a ticket and we'll be there to help you. This is actually where I got the inspiration to make this video. We've taken a bunch of people from being absolute newbies to making well over $1,000 a month. I know it kind of seems biased, guys, but if you are looking to start, I would highly recommend joining. This is not like some cheesy like infomercial thing. Like if you guys don't want to join, you don't have to join, but if you are looking to, there's just an option there. Now that you have some of those resources available to you, let's move on to some apps that you need to download. So the first app you are going to need to download is Nike Sneakers. Now you're definitely going to need this app no matter what. This is pretty much where every Nike shoe is going to release. This is going to be your best way to cop manually if you are a beginner, just because there's not too many bots as of right now because Nike's been messing with them. And the good thing about Nike Sneakers is you don't get charged unless you get the shoe. Therefore, there's not really anything bad about it. You just have to enter the draw or enter the first come first serve and hope you get the shoe. And if you don't worry about it, guys. You don't always hit. Just be there next time and hopefully you'll do better. The next thing you're going to want to do is see what foot sites are near you. And what I mean about this is you want to go on Google and see if there's any local stores like Finish Line, Foot Action, Foot Locker, Hibbett, any stores like that. And if there are, you're going to want to download their apps because these local foot stores are going to be doing raffles for any hype sneakers that they do get. So what you're going to want to do is just download the app, make an account, and then head over to the launch locator. And then as you can see, I have two shoes near me right now. And then as you can see, it's going to be a first come first serve. But most of the time it is going to be a raffle. You just want to download all those apps and then enter the raffle whenever they do happen. Now, unfortunately for stores like Foot Locker, Foot Action, and Champs, they do this thing where there's a head start, which is basically giving an advantage to their loyal customers. Now, if you spend over $225 on Foot Action, you're going to get the VIP status, which basically is going to give you 3 extra minutes in the head start. So pretty much how this works, guys, is you start out with 6 minutes in the head start, then you earn 3 by being a VIP member, then you can earn the 1 minute head start if you actually go to the store, and then you like turn on your Bluetooth and you can get your extra head start. Now there is a bypass around the extra 1 minute head start. You can follow an account called FTL codes, and basically what they're going to do is just tweet out a code. They have everything on there you need to know. Here's a little screenshot of how you do that. So if you want to pause it and read this, you can. Now a little later in the series, I'll be going over this a little more in depth. As of right now, I would just recommend having the apps downloaded and just enter the raffles whenever you can, and hopefully you get lucky. Now that you have all that stuff downloaded, let's move on to what to do on a drop day. Now guys, it's going to be pretty tough to cop on Shopify sites just because bots usually eat on them. I'll leave a link down to the Shopify jig in the description if you guys want to check it out. Pretty much what this is going to do is hopefully allow you to bypass the Shopify queue. Now it doesn't work on all sites and it doesn't work all the time. For me, it's pretty much 50-50, so hopefully you'll get lucky. Now usually where manual users do pretty well are foot sites. That's like Foot Action, Foot Locker, Champs. There's honestly a ton of stores, guys. I'll put all the ones I can think of on the screen right now. These are going to be your best chance of copying manually. Personally, this is where I've had all my success. I've only copied like once or twice off a Shopify site manually, but pretty much every release I can at least get 1 pair off a foot site. Just because they kind of have a weird system where you have to add it to cart, and they only let a certain amount of people add to cart and check out at a certain time. It's honestly pretty weird, but really what you have to just keep doing is keep clicking add to cart. I would definitely make sure you have an account set up beforehand and you're signed into it and you have autofill set up. And just try to add to cart, and once you get there, autofill all your information and then just check out. I've been pretty successful with this the past couple releases, and I think you will be too. Guys, please keep in mind you're not going to hit every single time. Just be there for the next release and hopefully you'll hit. And I would also recommend going for every single foot site you can. Usually what I do is take all the foot sites that are releasing, put them on one page in Chrome, and then just cycle through the tabs hitting add to cart. Another thing you can do is you can actually use the foot apps on your phone. Usually those are a lot better than the actual websites. So I'm usually trying on my phone and on the desktop at the same time. And as far as Adidas goes, guys, this is honestly probably the best place to cop manually. Unfortunately, there's not too many Adidas releases these days, but we do have quite a few coming up in September. Now I'll leave a link down to how to do the multiple people jig on Adidas. This is honestly the best way to cop. Sometimes this method actually outperforms bots, so I would highly recommend doing so. I'm usually able to get anywhere from 4 to 6 pairs per release just doing the multiple people jig. It's a highly efficient way to cop off Adidas, and I would definitely recommend doing it if you can. That's going to be your best way to cop. Now that we actually have the information on how to get the sneakers, let's move on to the places that actually sell them. My personal favorite place to sell sneakers is actually locally, whether it's a sneaker convention going on, or I just put an ad on Craigslist, or I know someone that wants them locally. Just because there's not any fees involved, and usually the people are willing to pay a little bit more to get the item actually in hand. Now if you don't have access to that, a couple of good places to sell is Bump and Grailed. Now these are places that they actually allow you to just post on the app, and then a buyer can buy the item and then you ship straight to the buyer. And another option you have is either Goat or StockX. Now these actually are places that you can ship to. They're going to verify that the item is real and then ship to the buyer. And in terms of fees, guys, the best place to sell would obviously be locally, but if you don't have access to that, the next best place would be Bump or Grailed, and then the next place would be Goat or StockX and eBay. eBay is a really good place to sell because you can actually list the item before you get it in hand. Usually what I do is once I get a sneaker and I know I have it for sure, I post it on eBay for a little bit above market price and put like order confirmed in the title, and usually it sells pretty quickly. In the next episode, I'll go over more in depth about how to sell for the highest price, what your listing should look like, and how to take the best pictures to get the most profit. That's pretty much it, guys, for the first episode. If it helped you guys out in any way, please be sure to hit that like button down below and hit that subscribe button for more content, and definitely check out some of my other videos. If you guys are hyped for this series, guys, definitely be sure to hit that little bell icon right to the subscribe button so you're notified whenever I upload another video. Also, guys, be sure to follow my Twitter and my Instagram link down in the description below. And if you have any questions or concerns, definitely leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to get to you guys. Also, guys, be sure to check out my sneaker group if you are interested. I'll be sure to leave a link to that down in the description. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. I'm Unlimited Cop, and I'm out.